The entire Western world in recent generations has been with a silent epidemic affecting approximately 1 billion people: obesity. In the past year, there has been a significant increase in the number of people dealing with excess weight.
Obesity is not a choice, it's a disease. People living with obesity did not choose it, but today we have useful tools to treat the disease.
People in this country eat more carbohydrates in order to relax, to improve their mood, even if only for a few minutes. And the result is that many suffer from abdominal fat, which also puts them at high health risk for diabetes and heart disease.
Consumer culture and abundance have brought us to a point where obesity is not a marginal phenomenon. On Sunday, the European Association for the Study of Obesity announced the adoption of new measures for diagnosing obesity. Instead of measuring the patient's BMI, the diagnosis will focus solely on abdominal fat and its distribution in the body.
Since the 1970s, the measure of obesity has been determined by a metric called BMI. This metric is excellent for epidemiological studies when we look at populations, but at the individual level, it is a very poor measure because it does not tell us where the fat is located.
The new measure, waist-to-height ratio, is the best predictor, mainly of the risk of heart disease.
According to the new diagnostic method, about 30% of the population in Israel will be classified as obese.
The new value of BMI essentially puts many more people into the obesity category. It erases an entire range of overweight, turning it into obesity, defining obesity as a disease, which increases fatophobia. We also can't ignore the interest that pharmaceutical companies have in this, and whether Ozempic or any other obesity drug really solves the problem at its root.
At a time when physical appearance occupies a large part of many people's daily concerns, the fight against obesity may lead to the opposite result, where physical health ostensibly comes at the expense of mental health.
My concern is that people taking this medication purely for cosmetic reasons might harm themselves.
When you concentrate only on numbers and on the BMI, it erases the people who suffer from overweight. It turns everyone obese, and obesity automatically into a disease, which is something that generates guilt, generates eating disorders, and emotional eating, and accordingly, weight gain over time.
When many people find themselves in a situation in which they consume medication to meet impossible beauty standards, it seems that Western society needs to ask itself how to maintain a healthy lifestyle, both physically and, more importantly, mentally.